Good morning. I am at Gamcheon Village. We are extremely behind schedule today, but that's okay. There was just some weird things that happened this morning trying to get the Visit Busan Pass. Like, I recommend it, but I don't recommend it at the same time. It was such a pain in the butt to get. And we even went to Busan Station to try to get the physical pass, but they actually ran out of the physical pass for today. The next one available is like a month from now. So we had to get the digital one. One of our phones wasn't working and it just wasn't accepting like the sign-on, which was pretty crazy. It was a lot of work for not a lot of effort, and then it just ended up working at the end. So we went from Busan Station to then here, and we're just walking around now, checking out the sights. The view, at least, is still as glorious as I remember it from the last time I was here. And there are more places open, but at the same time there are more places closed at this time. And what I mean by that is, like, there are more restaurants and stuff that have opened up since I was here 2 years ago, but there are definitely a lot of the Gamcheon Village items that are closed now, like the museums and stuff like that were open in the past. Kind of sad. That being said, we're gonna try to go to a cafe and then we'll finish up, and then we'll see what we do next. Check back in a moment. Welcome back. We are at the Songdo cable car, otherwise known as the Busan Air Cruise. And we're just checking out the third floor photography area. It's changed a bit. This the airplane and the little print stuff has moved around on the tabletop. So it's not the same. And it looks like they're building something. There's a lot of construction here. We're about to go over to the skywalk that's just right down the way. The trip over was real nice. Crazy bus ride. Like I was expecting. I'm glad everybody got to experience that. Yeah, we finished up at Gamcheon, and everybody had a great time. It was just good views all around, and now we're gonna go over to the skywalk here from the cable cars. It's just right down the way, and then we're gonna take the cable car back, go to Busan Tower, which is actually, it's in the background. So cool. Back in a second. All right, and welcome back. This is gonna be part of just daily occurrence, I guess, on these videos. But I forgot to put in any A-roll for the Songdo suspension bridge that we went to. So after visiting the top floor observation deck at the Busan Air Cruise platform, we went downstairs and then went down the mountain a little bit to the Yongdo suspension bridge. This is also included in the Busan Pass, the Visit Busan Pass, and it's just a real easy kind of go in. It's a real cool kind of like skywalk, even though it's a suspension bridge. You could see through a lot of it, and you could see like the water below you when you're actually going out to the rock. And it's kind of just like a loop path that you could easily just walk around. The people there are super friendly, and they're like helping tourists like take photos and stuff as they're walking through. I think they're really trying to beef up the tourism in the area, because it is something that's easily skippable, I would say. Like, it's not necessary to go to, it's just one of those nice to haves, not needed. That being said, it was just a real pleasant, we showed our pass, scanned it, walked through, and took our photos, and walked back out to get back to the place where the gondolas, like you load back up on the gondolas were, to go back to the main part of Busan. That was really it. I think that's probably why I forgot to take some A-roll, but we did do it. It was fun, and it was cool that it was just included in the Visit Busan Pass. So yeah, let's go ahead and get back to it. Welcome back. We are at Busan Tower. I've been here many times before, but I've never actually gone up. This time is actually the first time. Pretty crazy. They had a puzzle game that you could play where you went around scanning QR codes to answer questions. I think it's 1973 was the answer to the first question. You had to get each individual number, and I think 120 meters is the answer to one of the questions, which is how tall it is. It is 69 meters above sea level as well, at least according to the placard that I just read over here. But Overall, pretty cool. It's tiny, so you can get in and out really quickly. And with the Visit Busan Pass, which I should talk a little bit more about that in a moment, but it's included in that pass, so you might as well just do it. Other than that, yeah, we're headed off to the Ryan Vacation Museum, something like that. It's a cacao talk thing. It's also included in the Busan Pass, so we'll go do that next. Maybe grab some food after that, and then go to the Busan X Tower, Sky Tower. But yeah, overall, great time. And oh, they have this weird pagoda thing that's right next to the tower. It's actually a cafe. Both floors. I think the first floor is I'm sorry, it's not a cafe, a souvenir shop, and the second floor is a cafe. Don't know what. Oh, third floor is also a cafe. I can see it from here. But yeah. Anyhow, we'll check back in a moment here once we get going. So, back in a moment. Alright, welcome back. We are at Hyundai Beach. We just finished at the Busan X Tower. It's behind me. And we got a wonderful sunset of Hyundai Beach in Busan, really. It was amazing. Like, this Visit Busan Pass, it was a pain to get. Like, I think it was one of the worst systems I ever had to deal with to try to get like a pass that would let me go anywhere and do all these things in any city around the world. But the items that it does have in it are amazing. And the cost is next to none. Like, the cost for 2 days is 69,000 won. And I did the math, we're spending over 100,000 won, or doing over 100,000 won in activities. So it's well worth it. But we lost 2 hours this morning because of that whole registration thing, like trying to get it. It's for foreigners only, so that is something. But that last item, the Busan X deal, that was 27,000 won per person. And so we've already made like half of our stuff back, and then you include all the facts that the tower was like 16,000 won, I think it was, the Busan Tower. Like, everything we did, we've spent a little bit of money on, so, or we spent no money, but if you added the value, it's there. That being said, we're gonna go, I think we're going to get dinner right now. We might be going to one more deal for the night. It's really up to the crew at this point. They're just walking right in front of me, and we'll figure things out. So we'll check back in a moment here. All right, and twice in the same video. Doing really good here. I didn't film the ending of the night, but that actually gives me an opportunity to discuss a couple of things here. I did mention the Visit Busan Pass a little bit earlier, and like the advantages of it and how it like costs nothing in comparison to the myriad of items that you got, right? Just like, I would have never done a lot of these things, like the whole Busan X Tower. That wasn't something that was ever really on my radar until I saw it. It was just one of those real cool things to do. And I did find the Busan Pass through watching a girl group, A Pink, and they had a special on like the Visit Busan Pass on YouTube that I saw, and I kind of just watched what they did. They were showing a Japanese influencer around the Busan area, and she got to go into all these places for free because she had that Visit Busan Pass. That's where I got the idea of, well, we should try using it for the 2 days. So yeah, that's really it for the Busan Pass and where I got that knowledge from it. It was really cool. The show was really enjoyable too, to see different parts of Busan. Finally, we finish off our night here in Busan at Miryang Sundae Gukbap, which is a blood sausage pork soup. And it is amazing. Like, it is one of those things where if you're in Busan, you should definitely try it. And it was just right down the street from where the Busan X Tower was, so it actually just completes the night so well. We just walked over, and it's kind of down this thoroughfare of Busan. has all these crazy lights and everything. It's really pretty. There's actually a lot of famous food in this area because the imok, I think that's what it is, the fish cakes that you see on sticks, that's also famous in Busan, and that they have a lot of stores in this area as well. And so we just walked down, went to the Gukpop store, sat down immediately because we're a little late in the evening, ordered our Gukbap with the blood sausage and the pork, and then we got a couple of beers and some makgeolli, and really just enjoyed ourselves. It was a great time all around. I'm super happy that I was able to show all my friends and family this place because it was a highlight of my last trip to Busan when I was there. Really after that, Lynn wanted to go find a geocache, so I stopped off to get a cup of coffee and just waited for her to do her cache, whereas it's kind of like we split up. Some folks wanted to do some night photography, so they went to go do that. Others were like, well, I'm just gonna go back to the hotel, and they just took off to go back to the hotel, and like I said, Lynn was doing her geocache. I just went and got a cup of coffee, sat down, waited for her, and then we ended the night there. And I think that's probably a great way to go ahead and end this video, and until I see you in the next one.